Anthony on Air podcast, and today we're talking about masks and bagels and how they work together. And working together with me today is Frankie C. J. Sabs is not here with us, but we're thinking about. She's in our thoughts.
She is always.
I love when
Can't have
people
a
say
podcast
that.
without thinking of J Sabs.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of her. Maybe we should get a little cardboard cutout of her, and we could hang her on the coat thing in the back of you.
We'll make that your job to make. That's above my pay grade.
So I saw this story, and the caption for this tweet is absolutely hysterical from Shira Gold, ShiraGolde. She writes, "I never understood all the fuss around interfaith marriage. Then I watched my non-Jewish husband cut a bagel like this, and honestly, I get it now." Take a look at that, Frankie. See
That is
who?
Jewish or not Jewish. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
The only reason that would be acceptable is if you're gonna. I don't even know how you make them, but like, what do they fry? Bagel chips?
I guess so. I mean, I guess if you sliced it up like that and you toasted it pretty hard, you'd have a bagel chip, right? If you got a little aggressive on the toaster.
That's actually not a bad thing if you're like dipping bagel like into something.
Yeah.
I'd be into a sliced bagel that way. I mean, if I could, I'd have it the other way, which is cream cheese and sliced the regular way, like a hamburger would be, like a bun.
The responses are completely hysterical. This woman wrote,
Blurry.
I actually screamed.
Actually,
This woman wrote, "For the love of sesame seeds, push him out the door and change the locks."
that's extreme. I don't know.
There are some things that you have to discuss when going into a marriage. Your religion,
How to slice a bagel properly. That's big.
kids, and I would say bagel is number 3. I'd put bagel up there as eating habits.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. You walk in on that, it's a shock. It's traumatizing. You can't be responsible for your actions after that.
You walk in on that.
It is.
That's okay. We need to talk. We need to have a conversation.
Yeah. We got to sit down. We got to turn our phones off, sit down, have a serious chat.
But
now, I would do that, but I mean, I wouldn't slice it like that. But if I have like a dip, like a hummus, that would be good for hummus.
You sound like you're wavering on this. You sound like you're kind of thinking about slicing your bagels differently.
I'm thinking about the practical applications for this guy slicing it this way. And if he's got a bowl of hummus and he sliced the bagel, you don't want to smear a whole bagel with hummus like you would put cream cheese on. But if you got bagel chips like that and they're soft, like you would dip pita bread in hummus.
I see where you're going with this, but I'm a big texture guy. Like, they sell those little, I don't know about you, but I have them in the supermarket by me. Naan bread?
Sure.
They have what I forget, I don't know what company who makes it, but they sell these little tiny naan breads. They're like this big, like a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger. You put those in the toaster oven, you warm them up a little bit into some hummus.
People, like me, I like bread. Yeah, I like it toasted every now and then, but I feel like for the most part, I like my bread soft. Like
Me
when
too.
I make a sandwich, soft bread. Even Italian bread, I like it a little soft. I don't like too much crunch on the Italian bread.
Because you admire the roof of your mouth and you want it to stay intact.
I do. That's true. But like with the bagel thing, you can't get sliced bagel chips that are soft. Every bagel chip you buy out there is all crispy.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying you want to experience a soft bagel, a fresh soft bagel chip.
Yeah, all different varieties. Everything: sesame, poppy, onion, garlic. Imagine having like a spread of those and a thing of hummus.
Maybe that's what this guy was doing. Is that what he was doing?
I don't know what his excuse is, but if it's anything other than that.
I see where you're going with this, and I want to... Here's the thing, and especially bagels in New York, and this is a big thing. Like, bagels are, let's go. Like, I gotta go. I'm in a hurry,
Yeah.
like, let's get breakfast out of the way. Let's do this. Even if it's a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, or if it's just cream cheese on a bagel, whatever it is, it's an eat and go thing. You start slicing up your bagel like this guy slicing up his bagel. This is a leisurely, like, I have time on a Saturday morning approach. So I see what you're
Yeah,
saying, whereas like if you want to just like be on the couch and dipping. But here's the other thing
agreed.
too. You're describing an activity that only really happens after 5 or 6 o'clock at night, maybe after 2 on a Saturday.
I like to have a bagel at random times, so not only in the morning. Imagine having a bagel at 6 o'clock at night. You know, when you're just sitting down, you watch a TV, you grab a bagel.
There is a love when you discover like an afternoon bagel, when you have that moment where you're like, do we still have the bagels
Oh,
from
we have
yesterday?
bagels.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna toast one of those up and eat those.
It's like a perfect snack. I used to at my aunt's house. They had bagels every Sunday morning, and then we would go over in the afternoon for dinner. And there'd be a basket in the middle of the table from breakfast with the leftover bagels. And I'd just go in there and I'd be like, I'm fine, just leave me here. They were just bagels, like it'd be half bagels for the people who have to cut their bagel in half for some reason. They can only handle half a bagel. Eat the whole bagel. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like a good whole bagel.
Just eat the whole thing. But
But what I'm
I'll,
saying
I'll, I'll
is
gladly clean up the mess.
all right. So what I'm saying is I get the desire to have a soft bagel chip. I could understand that almost. But if you're gonna sit there and dip a bagel, why not just smear? You can control the amount of cream cheese or hummus you have on the bagel. Slice the bagel in half like a man and smear it
Mhm.
on, and you're good to go. You're done. You don't have to sit there dipping.
Yeah, but every now and then, each chip gives you a different amount. Sometimes you want a little on a chip. Sometimes you want a lot on a chip.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna throw.
And if you have different bagels, you get the variety. Imagine you go to someone's house, maybe it's a brunch or something, or lunch or something like that, and they have a tray in the middle of the table with that sliced bagels, but
Yeah,
it's all different bagels around. That would be a nice change up
I'm
as
gonna.
opposed to the regular thing that everybody puts out.
I'm going to tell you what, you just hit it on the head. You just really nailed it for me. And the only applicable case for this is a leisurely brunch situation where you have a variety. That's the only time this is going to be acceptable for me.
Oh man, you got hummus, maybe a little olive tapenade, maybe a little red peppers, a little roasted red peppers, and
Yeah.
you're in flavor country, my friend.
Yeah, because unless you're switching up the bagels and switching up the sauces, smear it on the bagel and eat it. There's no other excuse for this
Yeah,
type of behavior.
that's true. You can go for that.
But
Maybe you put a little butter and cream cheese out as well with the chips. Maybe you want to dip a little cream cheese, but
see
I think
that
that'll work.
that's my biggest conflict in the world is do I want butter and do I want cream cheese?
That's your biggest thing.
That's
That's
that's that's
that's your struggle.
these are tough decisions. I mean, these are really hard decisions. And
Yeah,
sometimes I'll go
it takes a
half
man to make them, or a
I'll go
woman.
half and half. I'll do butter on one side and I'll do cream cheese on the other.
No, that's anarchy. I don't know what
No.
kind of
And
planet you're living on.
let me go a little farther with you. Let me go a little farther.
That's two knives you got to dirty. That's not good.
Well, yeah, but when you got like 5 or 6 people around the breakfast table, you're gonna have some butters and some
Yeah,
cream
that's
cheese
true.
people. If I'm gonna do that, I will do butter on the bottom half, cream cheese on the top. It has to be that way. It has to be that way. And I'll explain the reason why. Because the bottom half is not as bready. The top half is as bready. And to me, the breadiness of the bagel
Depends
plays
how you
more
cut it.
with the cream cheese. It does. It does. But still, the bottom is always a little bit more crunchier, and the top is softer and more breadier. And
Now, what
this,
about the ratio of uh, seasoning? I guess because
yeah,
there's going to be more sesame seeds and poppy seeds on the top
on the
than
top.
there are on the bottom.
That's okay because again, the butter is more salty, and that'll play harder on the bottom where there's no seeds, versus the top where you have that saltiness with the seeds.
Regular cream cheese or weird, crazy cream cheese?
See, I've thought this all the way through. I appreciate you trying to poke holes into my my
I'm poking
craziness.
holes. I'm bringing up options for those listening or watching.
No, but this is
know,
important. You're doing important work, Frank. Is what I'm saying. You're there to double check the validity
I
of
got to
all my
fact check you.
statements. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate it. I think the audience appreciates it too.
Good.
I am not a crazy cream cheese person. Now, I did marry a cream cheese and tomato slice girl, and that might be jarring for some. But you know what? I love her for who she is. She's magnificent.
Cream cheese and tomato.
Yes. When I go to the deli, I order mine, and my wife, I get her cream cheese with tomato slices. That's what she loves.
You know what I like? You might think I'm nuts, but it's a big hit. Is lox spread. It's a mixture of cream cheese with lox
Yeah.
in it, and it's amazing. I
You
love it.
prefer
Like
that
salty.
over lox with cream cheese?
I think they're both good, but I've had lox spread way more. You know why? Because whenever I go into a deli or something, I look at the lox. It's just for some reason it always looks like dried out and old.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that too.
But the lox spread looks okay.
That is my go-to. Lox, onion, whole raw onion.
Yeah,
Could be
love
white
whole
or,
onion.
or red. Oh, that's right. You hate onion. I forgot. Frank hates onion.
I mean, raw onion. I could tolerate.
Cooked onion you
Cooked
hate.
slimy onion is where I go.
Slimy onion. It's
It's slimy and
caramelized.
stringy. It's not caramelized. It's goopy, stringy mess. If you like, whenever there's onion in a sauce, let's say,
Yeah,
there's always that stringy one that wraps around your pasta, and you're like, oh, this is off. This is disgusting.
I
Gotta
get
get
it.
that the hell out of there.
But raw onion on a bagel with lox and cream cheese, so good. See, the lox spread I don't do because it's not enough lox. I like lox to dominate my palate in that particular case. In that instance, lox is the star. The cream cheese and the onion are the co-stars.
Supporting cast.
The supporting cast. Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I know, but I got to tell you, lock spread. It's a nice even distribution. It's a beautiful concoction they've made.
Now, here's the thing, too, and I want to, again, because I feel like we're doing the important work for all the bagel stores out there. Maybe somebody's thinking about starting a bagel store. I hate it when I open up my order and I look at it and I see bottom bagel, cream cheese, onion, lox, top bagel. Like, you got to cream cheese both sides of that bagel. Get everything in there. Get everything
That's true.
stuck in there. Like, it's not a hamburger. You got to get that top layer of cream cheese. Also, why are deli employees so willy-nilly with the cream cheese? Like, the amount of cream cheese they're willing to throw on a bagel, the standard level of cream cheese is as out of control as the popcorn size of a bucket at a movie theater.
The more cream cheese, the better. I like it when it shoots through the hole in the middle of the bagel, and you get that glob that you just want to eat by itself. That's the best part. And some of the bagel crumbs are in that glob. It's the stuff dreams are made of.
I don't like. I always, whenever I order, I have to say my standard order now is not a lot of cream cheese. I have to say not a lot of cream cheese because if not, I get a block like this.
Then you get nothing.
No, too much cream cheese. I can't. I don't like it.
Oh, give me more cream cheese.
I'll
take whatever you leave behind. I saw a video today. It was literally this morning. I saw on TikTok, I think it was, a guy cutting a bagel with one of those butcher bandsaws. I almost had a heart attack. You know those spinning
like a table
that they
saw?
cut the bones with?
Yeah. Like at a butcher. Okay, yes.
Right. The big band saw, yeah.
Yeah.
He had the bagel with two hands, and he went right. Here's the saw, and he just went right through it. Now, if anybody has ever cut a bagel, you know that is not a steady cut.
Yeah.
It's wishy-washy at best.
Yeah.
So when you get through it, sometimes you get a weak spot. You go a little faster through. To go through something with a bandsaw like that, you're asking for a couple of fingers to go.
Idiot! What an idiot!
Oh, he did it though. He did it perfectly. It went right through. Everybody breathed out, and it was. Why would you do that? Though? I've used a bandsaw, and it's not fun. That thing, if it catches something, it just pulls whatever it catches down
Yeah.
into the machine,
Yeah.
and it's like it's terrible.
I don't know why. So
It has
why?
to be like laser. It has to be like a laser sharp freaking thing to go through that smoothly.
Why would he even? It's some people are so they can't. I don't get certain people. They just.
No, that's a needless risk.
It really, really is. All right, so I'm glad we had that was an extensive bagel discussion, which I'm very pleased with the results.
Every now and then, as a society, we need to have that.
As you can tell, we're completely staying away from the day's events and news to try and give that outlet to people.
Yeah, we'll let people who know what they're talking about talk about it.
But this is, by the way, the bagel slicing. I saw this story. This was a huge story a couple of months ago, maybe even years ago. And I think it's a Midwestern thing, like St. Louis or whatever. Like, this is how they slice a bagel down there. Like, and even not so much in, like, all around the bagel, but they'll go full length of the bagel. So you'll get, like, a full on, they'll slice it that way down the entirety of the bagel, which is weird.
That's
So you'll have, like,
weird
long
to do that
strips
as
of bagel.
unless someone requests that.
That's how they do it down there, I think. That's like a thing. That's like a whole.
But what about like when you get to the middle?
Then you're
get two
slicing
little-
little circles. Yeah, exactly. And then you get back to the strips. It doesn't make any sense.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, it
Weird.
doesn't make any
Everybody's
sense.
got their thing, but that's a weird one.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. I feel like, in this particular instance, the rest of the world should completely bow down to the way New Yorkers, because we've done it all. There's so many of us. We've figured it all out.
There are
Just
certain
follow
things
us.
in this society that many of us have mastered,
Right.
and we should all just look at that and go, "That's the way," and
That's
just
it.
move on.
Right. And then you get the thing, and then every now and then, like Jersey will kick up and be like, "Hey, we're the best at this," and then we all go, "Yay! Look at they had their little Twitter 5 minutes of fame," and then we go back to the rest of the world and the way things are, which is New York knows how to do it.
Damn right.
White people love to tell you that they're unfollowing you.
No, I don't tell anybody. I just unfollow.
That came from Meg. That is so true. White people love to drop I'm unfollowing you, or I'm not standing for this or that kind of. They love that.
But like, in what any context? Just
Any context. I had somebody get mad at me. I was on the air last night, and literally somebody who, by the way, listens all the time. Right? I've gotten correspondence from this person a bunch on the new station that I'm on. Wrote me last night to tell me that they were turning off their radio because I teased a segment that was coming up. They literally wrote, "It's unfair to make people wait around for commercials to listen just to hear something." I'm like, that is the entire purpose of a radio.
That is the only reason that there is radio, because someone's paying for it.
They get you to keep listening. Yeah, I mean,
You have to listen to you have to do the commercials.
it wasn't
and that's
even
your job to make them want to listen.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a cheesy and the funny part was, this person was like, this was at like almost close to midnight, and they were like, "I'm going to bed." It's like, well, you're just tired and angry. Like, that's all you want.
I'm actually a little surprised that a person this sensitive, that it took them this long to turn you off.
Well, the thing is like, that's what I was doing for
Like,
the entire.
this was the breaking point.
Yeah, right. Of all the other things you could do to hate me, like that, basics that everybody does.
You annoy me on a daily basis. I mean, I can't imagine this person. This one thing, over the edge.
Every day, every show, every hour, we're front selling something that's coming up. Like,
Yeah, coming up next is like the phrase of entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You gotta tease stuff. That's like half the job.
I'm gonna add a new one to this. White people love showing you the mask they just got.
That's true. I wish I had all crazy ones.
I just went, look,
What do you got?
I got
An
3
Islanders one? Three of them?
a pack, my friend, a 3-pack of masks. There are
Nice.
people that are like, I refuse to wear a mask. I'm like, oh, look, a 3-pack. Look at the
Hey,
variety. And I didn't
so
even.
what? They're rewashable or
I think so. I didn't even stop there. I went and got a bigger
what
mask
is
too.
that?
Well, these are regular masks. This one is like a all around your head thing because I don't know if
Oh,
you've
like a turtleneck, like the top part of a turtleneck goes
yeah
all around.
I don't know if you've noticed this because you do wear glasses, but I have quite large ears, and the regular masks tend to pull those out a little bit too much.
They're supposed
So
to go behind your ears.
yeah, they go behind the ears, or they like pull they wind up pulling your ear forward.
You're wearing it wrong.
So I got one of these jobs. Let's see, and then the thing
So
of
it's just
this,
an Islanders sock with the
that's
bottom cut off.
basically what it is, and then you just throw it on.
I got to tell you, I was this close to getting one just like that, but for Star Wars.
Yeah, I know you are because you're white.
It was the. Are you aware of Boba Fett?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's his mask, like the bottom half of his mask, which I see on Facebook all the time, and I'm like, should I? Nah.
Yeah.
Should I?
You're gonna
Like
buy
by the
it.
time that it gets here, it's probably gonna be all over.
You haven't
Not gonna
bought it
need it.
yet, but you're gonna buy. I will tell you, this smells like garbage. I don't know what this is.
What?
Should have definitely
Doesn't
watched
have that
this.
new mask smell.
I don't know what that smell is. That's
I gotta tell you,
unidentifiable.
a couple weeks ago, I went to the supermarket. I was wearing a mask, and it was early in the morning, and I left the house without brushing first, and the whole trip I was just
Smells your own
smelling
breath.
my own breath. I gotta say, wasn't the most pleasant experience. So, little word to the wise: throw on a mask. It's gonna be on for a while. Brush, gargle, rinse, whatever you got to do, because it's not a pleasant thing.
This is a problem with the beard. I have a theory that we have an abundance of deodorant and toothpaste and even like soap because I feel like people who weren't showering and getting ready to leave the house for the day were skipping on occasion, and I feel like they're just like
Winging
just
it, just eh.
yeah, because like
What am I going to the prom here? What am I doing?
I have like a regular
I'm getting married today?
Amazon, right? I have an Amazon order of deodorant that I get every month. Like X amount of bars come, I think 4 or whatever it is, and I wind up going
Mm-hmm.
through all of them, or maybe one's left over, or whatever it is. I've been just loading them because I just like I'll just go like, okay. I don't like put the right amount that I usually would put if I was running out for the day.
Sure, I'm sure your family appreciates it.
Yeah, my wife is locked in. What is she can't go anywhere. It's done.
Yeah, it's not like I'm running a marathon. I'll put a little dab on, enough to cover me up.
Exactly, that's it. So these are the masks. I don't know. I feel like again, there's a certain type of people that's dumb enough to just go out and order customized masks for themselves.
Well, that's you. You did that.
Yeah,
Now, does that like a charity thing?
these
Like you
are
buy the
yeah
mask?
yeah. If you bought these with the NHL, I forget how much,
Oh, that's
but
good.
a percentage of them goes to one of the COVID-19 relief funds,
Nice.
which is great.
Yeah, I'm looking at these, and I wanted to get the Boba Fett one. Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, get them.
It's a good one.
What is it like 20 but like and by the way, like I have 40 masks. People have made masks for me and people have sent me masks and I got like a whole bunch of them, but it's like and see these are nice. They have like a white people love telling you how nice a mask is by pointing out
Mhm.
that you could insert, you could put the insert in there.
What insert?
Like you can insert like because these are just really just face coverings, but you have to kind of
So
like
they don't work by themselves. You got to put a thing in.
yeah, you got to it's good to put like a thing in. That the N95 filter is just really like a thing. You just slide it in and then you could rewash this and just keep popping in new filters.
See, you lost me now because I don't want to have to be replacing filters like it's a vacuum cleaner.
See, look at how this pulls my ears, dude. See the ear pullage? See what I'm saying here? That
Yeah, I think you're a
is
little
that
paranoid with that.
is that
This
going
is
to
the
be
one I wanted to
permanent?
get.
It's going
You
to be
see it?
permanent. Oh, see that's cool. Yeah,
I'm
see,
gonna get
you're
that
gonna
one.
get that. Order that. How much is that?
I'm
15 bucks?
probably gonna get that.
$24?
$23.
Yeah, exactly. You just buy it.
Probably should.
You know what it is
I'm that
too?
close, man. But it's one. You get one. You got like a 3-pack, right?
The 3-pack I think was like 24 bucks. I don't know how much this one was. The single
But
guy.
does that one need an insert of some kind? The one that the full one.
Yeah, there is no insert. It's just a covering.
It's just that. So you have to wear an insert under that, or something. I have to wear a mask under it.
I mean, technically, yes. Technically, yes. If you
See?
want to have like the full on coverage, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just wear my regular blue mask
But
that you get.
I think what they're saying is you just, as long as you have anything, any sort of face covering, I think is going to cut it down. If you have the full on
You know what I
N95,
wish I had?
it's great.
I don't know if they sell them anywhere, but remember Spaceballs
Yeah.
or Lord Helmet, the big fucking thing?
Yeah.
I want to go out in that. That giant Lord Helmet mask. Let's see if they have that.
Everybody knows I like to
Darth.
drink coffee while watching Radar. Every bit of that movie
Everybody
is
knows that.
hysterical. He's got Mr. Coffee next to Mr. Radar.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yeah.
What's his name? Lord Helmet? Gotta get that. I'm gonna look that up. Next time, maybe I'll have a Lord Helmet.
But that's just a Darth
Mask.
Vader, like that's just a
No,
exaggerated Darth Vader helmet. That's all it is.
it's a parodied Darth Vader helmet, but
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, it's a giant, ridiculous helmet. Darth Vader's was a little like this is the design of the Lord Helmet,
Yeah.
and it's like 5 times the size of a Darth Vader helmet.
It looks like a Mercedes front.
No, they don't. Nobody sells it. That's crazy. That's insane.
Did you attempt the Rubik's Cube anymore yesterday?
A little, and I don't think it. I think that guy's full of it. I think that's like a scam.
You think it's bull?
Because yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I feel like, since there are, if you do it 8 times, I feel like by the 4th time you're just doing it over again. You're doing the same. It's like making 4 right turns.
Yeah.
I feel like by the time you do the 4th one, you're back to where you started, and you're just doing it again. Does that make any sense?
Right, where you should be halfway to getting there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I don't think it works. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm probably skipping steps and not doing it right. I got to sit down and do it. It doesn't. I don't think it works. I'm 80% sure it does not work. But I've been proven wrong before.
He could be a Rubik's Cube master, just being like, I'll just put this out there, drive people crazy trying to do it, and then they won't be able to do it.
I think he's trolling people with this. There's no way. I feel like people have tried all these tricks and whatever, but there's like one definite way to do it, and it's a little more complicated than that.
He would have to. Yeah, see, and there's not enough time. He would have to like give it to somebody to mix it all up. You know what I mean? And put it in position, and then give it back to him, and then him do it to prove that he's actually doing it.
Exactly, because if he messes with it, it's like giving a magician a deck of cards and saying you handle everything.
Right.
You know they're screwing with it.
Right.
So I think there's a trick to it that he's not telling us. I don't think it's as plain and simple as he's saying.
Is there any significance to the coat hanger today, or is it just that's your coat hanger?
I just love our viewers and our listeners. It was a little sign that we here at Anthony on Air love our listeners.
What does it say? We heart our customers.
Our customers. Yeah, it's a dry cleaning hanger.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna keep working on this though. I'll let you know.
All right, I'm gonna keep working on my mat.
I need to get a normal one too, because this Wally one is kind of screwing with my head a little.
It's ghetto. I'm gonna tell you, it's ghetto.
Is it ghetto?
It's not ghetto. It's just ghetto is a better word for saying it's not the right thing that you need right now. We need a hardcore, genuine Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, I think the only way to solve it is to like take the cubes off and like put them back the right way. Which
What
I
if
think is
you,
how it was solved the first time we saw it solved.
yeah, what if you rip the stickers off of your wife's beloved Wally uh,
I think she'd
thing
be fine with that.
and put regular colored stickers on it?
I think she'd be okay with that. If I had regular color stickers, I might do that.
Yeah, there you go.
What the hell do you get Rubik's Cube stickers?
I don't know. I don't know, but
I
it's
don't
kind
think
of amazing that Rubik's cubes are still a thing, isn't it? Like, think
Kind of.
about
I
it.
mean, Slinkies are still a thing.
It's weird that there are some products like that were made and enter the lexicon and are with us forever. Like you said, like we're never not going to have slinkies. Now they're not as like
Hula
hot as
hoops.
they once were, but they're always going to be around. Hula hoops.
I mean, there's so yo-yos. There's so many old-fashioned toys they're just not going anywhere, man. And there's no
Don't
reason. They're fun and just fine the way they are. There are places, people that try to, improve on them or add stuff to them. Like Rubik's Cube now, there's like, nine levels and all these weird, crazy ones. But the classic Rubik's Cube will always be around.
Yeah, and it's weird too because like when was the what was the last like the Rubik's cube was invented when? Is that an 80s thing?
Oh, I think that's right because that's a classic '80s
It's like botched
image.
into
Is a
the eight.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, yeah. If you Google 80s, like a Rubik's cube will come up. Was that
Let's
the
see,
last
Rubik's Cube.
time something like really entered our lexicon?
1974.
74. Okay, so it would have
Was
popped
the
in the
Rubik's Cube.
yeah. So by the time the 80s came in, it was solidified. That makes sense.
Right.
That's the same way
Okay.
it takes a song 4 months to gain popularity. You didn't realize it was out for 4 months. You just heard it for the first time. Same thing with a product.
Okay. It was licensed as by Rubik in 1980, but it was invented in '74 by some sculpture guy, professor of architecture named Erno Rubik. It was originally called Magic Cube. Then it was patented and licensed in 1980.
So all right, so that's where it goes. Yeah, yeah. So that
So
that
in and
makes
around
sense.
there.
But you think about the Rubik's cube, the Slinky, the yo-yo. My point is have we had a toy or something in the last several years, 5, 10, 15 years, gain that status of this will be like I think about the fidget spinners were huge, but I don't
Right.
know if that's a
It's going to
sticker.
stand the test of time.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
slap bracelets, they came back.
Slap bracelets came back. That's interesting. They were very dead, but they came back for a little while there.
You know,
Yeah.
it was cool. I saw someone do a DIY slap bracelet, and you wouldn't think of it, but they took their like a measuring tape, and they cut a measuring tape. Like,
Yeah.
and they just put a felt around it or like a cloth around it, and that became the slap bracelet. The measuring tape is the same thing as what's in a slap bracelet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So I mean,
That's my measuring tape story.
that's a great story.
Thank you.
But think about it though, like slap bracelets, I would even say maybe the last one, but they were there, died, and had a resurgence. Whereas people have been pumping out slinkies
Ow.
since like 19, whatever.
So yeah. So this is a slap bracelet right here. Let's see
Yeah, I
if it
got it.
works.
I know what. Okay, go ahead.
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna work because it's
No,
still
it's not gonna-
on the other end. You have to cut it.
Ow.
Oh, you're an idiot.
It'll work. Yeah, if you have it off the other end. Shut up.
So slinkies came around in the 1940s,
Yeah,
and
all it is a metal friggin' spring. Who would have thought that would have last forever?
that's the thing. And like, if you go to a store right now, a toy store or like a convenience store or card store, there's going to be a slinky in there.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of a modern day thing because everything modern day is complicated. The stuff back then, because they're easy to make.
That's
the
probably,
thing.
and it was all mechanic and analog, whereas things now are all digitized and
Digital and insane.
Yeah.
Nobody's making simple toy like dreidels or tops. Those are simple things that anybody can make, so they're gonna last forever.
What was that movie where they were uh, playing with the tops?
Inception.
No. Remember? And it was about old time New York, and the mother was going to the movies every week to pick up a new set of flatware. Oh man, this
What?
is gonna kill
I think
me.
this was a fever dream you had. This doesn't sound like a real movie.
I think I want to say it was Mary Steenburgen in it. It might have been her.
Yeah, that's not even her name,
Oh God,
but good try.
is it something Yonkers? It reminds me of the one. It reminds me of Lost in Yonkers. It had the same sort of tone to it. Like took
I'm not
place.
even paying attention to you anymore. Busy with my slap bracelet.
All right, let's leave it there. This is gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to Google this. I'm not gonna make people sit there and
Oh,
listen
if
to
you're
me.
gonna Google it, it's Mary Steenburgen or Bergen,
What'd I say?
not Burger.
Steenburger?
Yeah,
I don't even
that's
know if
Steamin' Burgers.
she was the mom, but it was this hilarious sequence in the film where she would go. This was like it was like pre-air conditioning days. So you went to the movies for air conditioning. And they were running a promotion at the movie theater. Like every week you would get a new piece of, you get a gravy boat or you get like a serving dish or whatever. That was like the promotion. But every time that they went, the only thing that was there was the gravy boat. And they every week it was like there was a mix up, there was the shipping thing, we got the wrong thing. And then finally she gets the mother of the movie gets so pissed. She just stands up and throws the gravy boat at the movie theater manager. And then everybody starts throwing their gravy boats at him. And it's just this hilarious conclusion.
I don't know what it is, but now I want. Now I'm hooked. Now I
Oh,
want to
man.
watch it.
And the kids played. Shut up. The kids played. The
I was
kid.
being sincere, you jack.
Were you?
Yeah.
That didn't feel sincere. And the kids were playing tops. And it was like, it was.
Was it Once Upon a Time in America?
Are you messing with me?
No, I think De Niro was in that and someone else. That's like a 4-hour movie, but I don't know.
No. Movie about spinning tops. Let's see.
Is it? It was about spinning tops.
Well, the kids play. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh,
You lost me again.
I think this might have been it. Hold on.
If the movie is about tops, you lost me.
That's what the kids play. That's like the form of kids fighting in the streets. Is like the kids.
Like a tops tournament.
Yeah, like and who has the great top and My Summer Story. Was this the name? Was this the movie?
Sounds pretty lame.
Oh my God, this is such a awful way to end a podcast. Yes, I think yes, this was it. I found it.
What's it called?
I have to find out because this is definitely labeled wrong. But it's one of the Culkin kids is in it.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know. I gotta find
What
it
are you
because
looking at?
it's mislabeled on YouTube. Look, see, and they're playing spinning tops, and that kid is in it, and that kid's in it. See. And the kid who eats the pubes in one movie in the like as a teenager, he's in it.
What?
This kid with the orange, the kid with the orange hair, right there.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's not very clear on my screen.
He plays the kid in Hoover It. Remember what movie was that? Hoover It, where if Freddie Prinze Jr. is in it, and he tells him to eat something.
Making stuff up.
God, now we're back. We're really getting backed up here on things that I can't think of.
This is terrible.
What's the one where he falls in love with the girl who's ugly at first, and then she's pretty?
Oh, can't hardly wait, or
She's out of my league, or some shit.
yeah, one of those stupid '90s peak bullcrap movies.
That's the kid. He grows up to be that kid. He's also the kid who steals things in another movie. He's always just putting stuff in his jacket or in his pants or whatever.
You are full of details. It steals things in another movie.
But you ever have that? You ever have that where it's like you just see you see an actor, you can't remember anything, but you just remember that part of it?
Yeah, and it makes for riveting podcast material.
It
I have
really
to
does.
admit.
But you know what? We're here now, and we're not leaving until we solve this.
You're you holding us hostage?
Yes.
This is.
All right, Kieran
This can't be
Culkin.
what's happening.
Let's see.
I'm just watching TikTok. I'm ignoring you.
Spinning. That's another thing I want to talk about. You're on TikTok now?
I am.
See? I told everybody. I told all of our friends. You're all going to be on TikTok. You wait and see. And Janine's
When
on.
did you tell me that?
You can go back to our group chat, group text. It runs in the family?
Yeah,
Is
I'll
that
be there
it?
for days.
It runs in the family. Mary Steenburgen, Kieran Culkin. It runs in the family.
All right. I'm out. I'll see you.
Charles Grodin is the dad. He's great.
And that's where we end our podcast. Thanks so much for listening. This has been Anthony On Air Podcast. Make sure you register and do whatever the hell he says at the end of this thing. And I don't know, like, subscribe, whatever the hell. Go to the other ones to know what to do at the end of these things. Hit the subscribe button. Go to Anthony On Air Podcast. Download it. Hit play. Thumbs up.
Hoover it.
Good. There you go. I nailed it.